My name is Victor Wanda, and I love you all. I love you with the love of Christ. And if you're new to this channel, kindly I beg, make sure that you subscribe and you hit that notification bell that any moment I post a new video, you will be the first person to be notified. Now, tonight, I want us to talk about something that has troubled my mind the whole day, and I said that tonight I must share with you something that will assist you in your marriage life or in your relationship life. There are things that have troubled many people in most relationship, and tonight I want us to handle them so that we see if we can sort the matters out, or we can sort this problem out. Now, number one thing that you need to understand, that marriage is something that is God ordained, is something that God purposed for human beings to enjoy. Okay, God created you for you to enjoy your marriage. God never created you to go through hell. Okay, God never created you to go through hell in that marriage. God created you to enjoy marriage. Marriage should be enjoyed, not persevered. Okay, you don't get into marriage for you to persevere problems in that marriage. You enter into that marriage for you to enjoy the fruits of that marriage. But nowadays, most people are going through hell, are going through difficulties in marriage, because there are things that they don't study and they don't look into. Okay, they don't look into, and those things are affecting their marriages. Number one thing I want you to understand, that when you read Matthew chapter 19 from verses 5, this is what the Bible says. The Bible says in chapter 8 verses 5 that, and Jesus said, therefore a man shall leave his father. Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother, and hold fast to his wife. Okay, and the two shall become what? One flesh. So a man shall leave his father and mother. We have those men that still cling to their parents. We call them mother's boy or mother's boy or mother's man. Okay, so you must leave your parents. You must leave both your mother and your father, and you cling to your wife. And when you cling to your wife, the Bible says that you two shall become one flesh, meaning you are married. Okay, that is called marriage. Now, verse 6 says, so they are no longer two, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let no man do what? Let no man separate. Look here. Most of us, I've seen many people separate marriages. Okay, I've seen many people separate marriages. Even on the altar, I've seen most marriages being separated, and this is something that has affected most marriages. And I don't support it. I don't advocate for it. Because of what? Because marriage is ordained, and marriage is something that is very sacred. Marriage is something that should be enjoyed by both partners. But what we do is that we tend to beat people or talk bad against people about marriages. Marriages are totally different. So you need to understand, marriage is a blessing. Marriage is a blessing from God. Marriage is a blessing and should be enjoyed by both parties. Should be enjoyed. You don't enter marriage to struggle. You don't enter marriage to persevere in it. You don't enter marriage just because you got a child. You don't enter marriage just because you are passing through difficulty or you want somebody to sympathize with you. You enter marriage for you to enjoy marriage, because there are fruits of marriage which are very, 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 very fundamental. So one thing that you need to know is that marriage is a blessing. Now, things that destroy most marriages, number one is lack of commitment. Is lack of commitment. Now, let me handle about this in a little bit. Both must be dedicated to it. You must be dedicated to that marriage. Okay, you must be dedicated to your marriage if you want your marriage to be successful. If you want your marriage to work well, you must be dedicated. You must give yourself out to that marriage. You must give all of you to that marriage. Most people are not committed in marriages because you find that the upbringing of that person is not well. The upbringing of the other party is not perfect. That's why you find that most marriage don't work. Okay, that's why you find that most marriages don't work. It is because of the upbringing of a person. So you find that when you enter into a relationship, when you enter into your marriage, or you enter into a marriage, you are not committed into it. So you find that most of the time you quarrel in that marriage. There is no commitment. You try very hard to work very hard for that marriage to work, but the other party is not working hard for it. So you find that most of the times you struggle, you quarrel, you beat one another, you abuse one another, you call people others names. Okay, see, you type out. Okay, look here. One thing that I admire is to see most marriages that are working. Okay, that is something that I admire, to see most marriages that are working, not marriages that are breaking. Like right now, many marriages are on the brink of breaking. Many people have filed divorces everywhere. Many marriages are breaking. Many marriages are not working. It is because of lack of commitment. Nobody has committed themselves in marriages. Nobody wants their marriages to work. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask on the comment section. I will answer you. Look, so if you commit yourself into a marriage, if you commit yourself into marriage, your marriage will automatically work. But if you don't commit yourself into that marriage, it will not work. Okay, and don't enter into a marriage because of sympathy, because that you want that man to sympathize with you. You want that man to sympathize with your situation. Maybe you don't have a job, you are not working, and you are asking, you are praying, or you are crying. You want somebody to at least to stay with you, to make sure that you eat well, you sleep well, and you live well. Okay. Number two thing is infidelity. Most people don't handle this, but I want us to handle it tonight. Infidelity. Cheating can cause a breach of trust that can be difficult to overcome. Cheating in marriages. Cheating is in marriages have caused a lot of breach in marriages, and most of the marriages that I've seen breaking, most of them people cheat a lot. Look here. Cheating is not all about going outside and sleeping with the lady. Even that thing that you do to your wife in secret, those messages that you are texting another person and you are deleting, those gifts that you are giving your ex-girlfriend, or you are doing outside there and your wife is not seeing, that is cheating. You're already cheating in your family. So cheating is the most worst thing in a relationship or in marriage. And I don't advocate for cheating in relationships. Look here, if you don't like somebody, if you don't like your woman, if you don't like your man, I always say that you'd rather sit with them down. After sitting with them, then share with them or talk to them. Tell them that you are tired with that relationship. Okay, you are tired with that relationship and you no longer want anything to do with that relationship. Then you stay in that relationship and you break it. You waste your time, you waste your energy, you waste your resources in that relationship, and it never works. Okay, and it never works. So cheating is the worst enemy of any relationship. Cheating is the worst enemy of any marriage, because anytime a man or a woman cheats in a family, the family breaks down. Okay, the family breaks down. This is whereby you find, if you have children and you enter into a life of cheating, you find that children are the one that will suffer, because most of the time when you cheat, you will put your focus and energy on cheating so that you please the other person. But what about your entire family that you have? You will not please the other person and don't please this one, because if you don't please this one, there will be a gap in that family. Okay, there will be a gap in that family. So you must play a role of a husband, or you must play a role of a wife in that family. You don't stop cheating. Those texts that you are sending in secrecy, those messages that you are sending in secrecy is not right. Always be open to your wife, be open to your man, be open to one another. Make sure that you build a relationship that is very strong. Make sure that you build a relationship that is very strong, a relationship that can lead to something. Okay, because if you have children in your marriage and your marriage is not working, if you have children in your marriage is not working because of cheating, what are you trying to teach those children? So you must learn as an adult that when you are in a relationship, you must learn to do what? You must learn to make sure that you put your relationship in order so that you don't go outside your marriage. It is not right. Try and build that relationship and make sure that your relationship does what? Your relationship works. Okay, make sure that cheating is not part of your relationship. Make sure that cheating is not part of your marriage, because any moment you put cheating in it, when you involve cheating in your marriage, that marriage will die, that marriage will scatter. Number three thing is communication issues. Okay, is communication issues. I've seen most marriages break because of communication problems. You don't know how to communicate to each other. Okay, so when there is a communication breakdown or barrier in that relationship will not work. It cannot work. It will never go anywhere, because when there is a problem in communication, there is no way that you can commune together. So communication, this is talking to one another or relating to one another. You make sure that you understand your partner well. You make sure that your partner understands you well. You must sit down and have a talk on issues that disturbs that marriage. You must have a sit down and talk on matters that affect the marriage. Okay, so when communication is a problem in a relationship or in a marriage, that marriage is doomed to fail. Because let me say this, most of the time I've seen most families, you find that a man goes outside and he feels good, he jokes with his friends, most of the time they have good time together, but when he comes back home, the man becomes a lion in that family. So there is no way that the wife can talk to a man. There is no way that the children can relate to a man, because what? Because of lack of communication. I've seen most families in a woman writes a note and places it on the table so that a man can understand what she feels or what she wants. And even this matter of communication affect even sexual life. It affects even their sex life, because if you don't communicate to your wife, how will you sleep with her? How will you have sex with her if you don't communicate? Because when the mood of the house is not good, even the mood of the sex will not be good. Okay, if the mood of the house is wrong, there is no way somebody's mood ama mood yake will accept you. It will not work. That relationship is doomed to fail, because if you don't communicate well in the house, how will you touch your wife? If you don't communicate well in the house, how will you touch your husband? How will you sit with your husband and tell them, this is what we want in this house, this is what we are lacking in this house? It will be very difficult for you guys to talk to one another if you don't communicate well in your family. So you must learn how to talk to your partner well. You must communicate. Okay, somebody's asking what happens if they break up and never get back together again. Look here, we have most people who break up, and one thing that I always say is that you must look for what is the root cause of your breakup. Okay, are you the cause of that breakup? Is she the cause of that breakup? You must analyze the root cause of what has brought that breakup, because the day that you met, you two, there were no reasons for you to break up. Okay, everything was working okay, everything was moving well, but along the way there is something that happened. Did you cheat on her? Did she cheat on you? Did she do a problem or do a thing that offended you? Okay, so what happens when you break up and you never come back? You need to analyze your life. Okay, you need to analyze your life. What did you do to her that wronged her? You must ask yourself that question. What did you do wrong to her that hurted her? That's why that relationship cannot come back. So you must, all the time, you must sit down and reflect on your life and always make sure that your relationship work. Okay, or your relationship works. You must sit down and reflect on it every time. Look, changing ladies, changing men, it is not a solution to anything in life. Changing men and changing ladies in life, it is not a solution to everything. Look here, there is a conference somewhere that I spoke and I said, look here, the ladies that we see, all of them are the same. Okay, all of them are the same. The difference between ladies is only the character and the names, okay? It is only the characters and the names, but they have the same character. They have the same features. That woman that you are looking for, and you are leaving your wife alone, that woman that you are looking for, the features that that lady has, even yours has them, okay? So you must make sure that you make your marriage or your relationship work, no matter what. If you are a man and you are seeing that your marriage or your relationship is not working, and saying sorry is not a big problem, okay? There are ways, there are moments that you just say sorry, and that story is over. You just say sorry, okay? And that problem is over in that relationship. Don't be, even if you are a man, don't be a man always. Don't become a man always in that thing. Sometimes going down, okay, coming down helps a lot. Are you getting me? Going down, you just humble yourself. It helps a lot. It helps a relationship. It builds a relationship. Okay. Another question is, if they wake up and they never get back together. Look here. Nobody enters into a relationship for that relationship never to work. Okay, you enter into a relationship for long term matters, or you want it to be to be something of long term, or something of that brings benefit into your life. It brings benefit into your life, okay? Because when you enter into a relationship, you always ask God, or you pray for that thing to work, because you want to build a family, you want to build a home. Everybody is happy when you have a home. In fact, you will be respected outside there when you have a home. But if you don't have a home, they will see you like somebody who is not even serious with life, okay? Like in African homes, in Africa, we always believe that when you reach a certain age and you are not married, they take you as somebody who is not serious with life. You have not started life, okay? You have not started life. So one thing that you should know is that it is good to have a family. It is good to have a relationship that works, okay? It is good to have a relationship that works. So don't pray that your relationship breaks. Don't pray that your marriage breaks. I don't support the issues of divorces, because it will never help you, because you can jump from one woman to another one, but the same problem will keep on repeating itself if you don't work on yourself as a man. So you must make sure that you work on yourself as a man, and make sure that that relationship does what? That relationship works. Okay? I hope we are heading somewhere. Number four thing. So I was talking about communication in marriages. So if there is a communication breakdown in a relationship or in a marriage, that marriage cannot work at all. That marriage cannot work at all. Number four thing is abuse. Okay, this is a physical or emotional abuse, which leads to a reason for many divorces that we see. Okay, this is a physical emotional abuse. You find that you torture somebody's child, you torture somebody's daughter with emotional stress. You give them a lot of stress in their life that they cannot even concentrate on their life. They cannot concentrate on their job. Unapata, you find that somebody's at work, they are doing their job, but because you've given them problems in their mind, they cannot even concentrate. Okay, so you must make sure that you avoid abuse in marriages. You avoid abuse in a relationship. Look, that partner that you have, she or he is your soulmate. Okay, he or she comes in your life to assist you to reach some goals, or to have some goals in life. They help you to reach somewhere in life. Okay, so you must value those moments that you have together with them. You must value those moments, because if you don't value those moments that you have with them, you will lose you will lose important persons in your life, and you will cry. Okay, you will live a life of regret, because you lost people who were very important in your life, and it is very hard to recover this. It is very impossible. It is very It's very hard to recover this. So you must learn how to deal with others' emotions. Okay, we have them that feels bad when they see you cheating. We have them that feels bad when they see you, you don't have their time. Okay, like I've seen most marriages that break, many ladies cry of time, because there is nobody or no man that have or has time for them. Look here, it is good to have time for your wife, it is good to have time for your husband. For you to build a stronger relationship, you must have time for each other, have time for cuddling, have time for kisses, have time for for even going out, have time for even sitting down and have a chat, have time for watching movies, have time for reading books, have time for having all these pleasures. Okay, have time for one another. Make sure that you support each other's emotions, make sure that you encourage one another, make sure that you uplift each other's spirits. Okay, so that somebody should feel that I'm accommodated in this relationship. Look here, when you play when you play a friendly when you play a friendly character in a relationship, you boost up the relation, you boost up the self-esteem of the other person in a relationship. Okay, you boost up the self-esteem of another person in a relationship. But if you don't do this, you find that that relationship cannot work. So the physical abuse that I'm talking about here is that make sure that physically and emotionally don't abuse the other party, don't abuse the other person, no matter what. If let's say they are pregnant, okay, make sure that you look for ways on how you support them emotionally. Make sure that you support them even financially. Okay, be a supportive man, be a supportive wife towards that relationship, so that you don't break up your relationship. The number fifth thing is the addiction. Now, this is a matter that I want us to handle very amicably, because most marriages have broken down because of addiction to many things. We have addiction to, you are addicted to your phone. Okay, you are addicted to your laptop, you are addicted to your job, you are addicted to friends. Okay, these things have broken marriages. Okay, I've broken many relationships. Look here, if you are in a relationship and you find out that your man, most of the time, he spends his time on his phone, or your wife spends her time on her phone, or laptop, after job she's on laptop, after job he's on laptop, or most of the time I'm going to see my friends, or I'm going to watch football, or I'm going to do this, you find that they are addicted to some things. So the addiction that they have on those things breaks up the relationship. Okay, so as a man or as a woman, you must make sure that the addiction that you have towards something must be limited to whereby you must have time for your husband, you must have time for your wife. There is time, the Bible says that there is time for everything, there is time for everything under the sun. Look here, there is time for that football, there is time for that job, there is time for everything. You must have time for your wife, you must have time for your husband. Look here, the addiction that you have will break your home. If you are addicted to alcohol, that most of the time you are just drunk, you come back home very late in the night. Look here, you will break your home, you will break your glorious home. So my advice to you is that let the addiction that you have, let it not bring problems in your home. Okay, make sure that you balance things in your family, make sure that you balance a lot of things in your family, so that you don't break your relationship, you don't break your home because of the addiction. We have them that are addicted to football. You find that you don't have time for your wife, you are addicted to friends, you don't have time for your family. Most of the time you come back home late. Let's say you went to work throughout the day, then you come back home late, and that day we have a match, Manchester United versus Arsenal. So you find that you will not have time for your family. You carry your legs and you go with your friends somewhere very far. So you drink as you watch ball, so after that you come back home late in the night and you are drunkard, okay, so you find that that relationship will not work, because you are breaking your home because of your character. With your characters, you are breaking your own home. So in this matter, this point number 5, which is addiction, you must make sure that you put things in balance. Make sure that you put things in balance. Balance everything. Have time for your family, have time for your children, have time for your wife, have time for your husband. That is the bottom line. No matter what, make sure that you have time for your family. Even if you are addicted to what, make sure that you have time to your family. The jobs that you are doing, the job that you have, let that job be, let it not become a destructive tool for your family, okay, that what you focus on, what you put your mind on is only your work, okay, what you put your mind on is only your work. Make sure that you work on things that will help your family grow and go to another level, okay. Now the last thing that I'm going to talk about, this is called mental health issues, okay. Depression can cause a breakdown in communication between spouses. Depression can break down communication between spouses, leading to misunderstanding and disagreements. Now, mental health issues, I want to talk about this in a little bit. Look here, we have people whose understanding levels are very low. Not everybody thinks the way you think. Not everybody understands the way you understand. So you must know their level of maturity or their level of understanding, and know how to handle their issues in a different way, or make sure that you learn how to handle their mental capabilities in a different way, okay. We have people that when you tell them something small, they will grip it in a positive way or in a negative way. We have them that when they take it in a negative way, that one will bring disagreements and arguments in that home. It will bring it's like it will bring commotions in that house. It will bring exchanging of words. It will bring problems, and that one can cause problems in that family. So it is my encouragement to you that make sure that you know and you learn how to deal with each other's mental wahala or problems. Know how to handle each other so that you don't bring disagreement and exchanging of words in that family or in that relationship. Know how to handle that relationship with care. Make sure that you know how to handle your partner with love. Make sure that the love that you have towards the other person works and grows, okay. Look here, we are living in the last days, and I've seen most marriages don't work because of these small issues that I've talked about here. So these are things that you can avoid. You can make sure that you communicate well to your family member or your spouse. You communicate well to them. You don't abuse them. You don't cheat on them. You commit yourself into that relationship. You don't find yourself in addiction of others or other things that will break that relationship. And you make sure that the mental health of the other party, you know how to handle them. These are things that when you handle them well in a relationship, that relationship can never break. That relationship can never break. I guarantee you this, that if you want your relationship to work, make sure that you build that relationship. Make sure that you work it out. Make sure that you put your strength on it. Make sure that you put your energy in it. Put your resources in it, and make sure that you make it work. Look, everybody has different characters. Don't enter into a relationship because you've seen that this person is gluttonous, so you run away from them. Look, along the way, she or he will not become that, or they will change on that matter, okay. So everything is a process. You must understand one another and make sure that you build your relationship. You make sure that that relationship works. Don't break your relationship. Don't break your marriage. Don't divorce your wife, because according to Matthew chapter 19 verses 6, okay, what God has put together, let no man put asunder. Nobody should break your home. Nobody should break your relationship. Even your own mother, even your own father should not break your relationship with your wife. What God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Let no man break your home. Okay? Let no man break your home. So it is my encouragement tonight. I beseech you, please, if you are in a relationship, make sure that you build that relationship no matter what. Don't cheat on your wife, because if you cheat on your wife, it will not help you. It will not help you at all, at all, at all. It will never help you in this life. So make sure that you support her. Make sure that you stand with her. Make sure that you believe in her vision. Make sure that you believe in everything that she wants in life, and make sure that you stand together with them, and you will see prosperity in your family. You will see prosperity in your relationship. So as I wind up, and you know very well that you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly make sure that you subscribe, like this video, share it, okay? Share this video, and make sure that you hit the notification bell, that any moment I post a new video, you will be the first person, you will be the first person to be notified. So I want to see the reactions in the comment section, and we will continue to talk about it. If you have any questions about the topic that I've handled tonight, make sure that you react on the comment section, and we will answer you on this matter. So me, I love you guys. I love you. I have nothing to say tonight. All I wanted to say is, make sure that your relationship works. Okay, make sure that your relationships work. I love you with the love of Christ. See you guys. Bye.